see. Okay, I'm not liking this. It's okay. There we go. Hi guys. Okay, let me turn this one down now. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight, guys, is we are going to do this beautiful gnome. And I know you can't see me very well, and that's not the purpose of the video. So, anyway, we're going to do, and we're going to make this an Easter gnome. I think this gnome is adorable. I've had it since last year, and I'm wanting to put it to good use. So, I'm going to set the gnome aside, and I'll show you how I attach it and everything. It's a plush gnome. Okay, so let's set it over there. Let me come on down and bring in the screen just a little lower so you can just see my work area. You won't be able to see me, but that's okay. So tonight what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a 15-inch elevated wreath form. And what this is this is going to be... hi guys, hi Karen, hi Joy, Susan, Raylan, Penny, Diane, hi Grace, hi guys. This is 15-inch, it's got 8 ties on the inside and 10 on the outside, guys. So if y'all wouldn't mind spreading some love for me, spread me around and let everyone know I'm on, that would be fantastic tonight. Just drop me a deal and say, hey, hey, hey. So what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to lay down some 21-inch poofs. This is called laser mesh. It's been around for a long, long time. I don't see a lot of people using it, but I love to use laser mesh. Okay? It's really pretty. This one's got a little bit of a sparkle in it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my ends under. And I'm just going to ruffle it up like I normally would, guys. Okay? Come over here, find a tie right in front of it. Excuse me. I'm going to take a zip tie. I've been under the weather, guys, for the last, I guess this is the 3rd day, but I'm on the mend. Hi, Pat. Well, thank you. I'm glad to see you too. Then I'm going to cut off the excess. And then we're just going to put down some 10-inch poofs. You know what? Let's do some 12-inch poofs. Let's do a 12-inch poof. So if I'm on the 30, I need to go back up and go to the 18. Okay. So then I'm just going to stuff this down into a tie. And like I said, this mesh is very thick. Hi, Grace. How are you? And I like to poof my poofs out. Poof my poofs out as I go along. If I could only talk. And then we'll just keep going around it. I hope y'all can see clear tonight. Let me know. I've got a new system. Now I just need to get a new camera mount, guys. But I got my house boosted today, and that's why I was jumping on so many times, testing it, and testing and testing and testing. So this is the first live trial. And I'm hoping it's going good, hoping everyone can see clear on their ends. You know, if it isn't cold here, it's been hot. You know, it was just blast daggett. It was colder than Hades. And then today, it was warmer than all get out. I tell you, I don't know how to dress. Find that tie. Captured a rock. There's no telling what I'm going to capture. But isn't this gorgeous mesh? I mean, this is just gorgeous. And I like it because it's thick also. Pulled that one too far. Hi, Brenda. How are you? If y'all can spread a little love for me, I would appreciate it. Invite your friends. I know this isn't my normally usual night, but I'm also live on Facebook. This is on YouTube. This is my YouTube's night. Wednesday nights at 6. And that's Central Time. So I'm sharing both of y'all. Yes, the change in the weather. Yes, ma'am. That is what makes people sick. You know, and I have a love-hate relationship with my new iPhone, guys. Is it either, especially with Facebook, it doesn't continue to show me my comments. It's like they show up and then they're gone before I know it. If anyone has any ideas how I can stop that, let me know. Oh, I'm so glad. I wanted it to where it would be clear and for everyone to have a bigger view, because I had been using my phone for a while. I live way out in the country, guys, and so the only type of internet service I can get is satellite. Hi, Janie. And satellite does not stream well, guys. Does not. So, my hotspot service is decent. But it was still, hi Connie, hi Karen, kicking me off. So I had my cell service boosted. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, this is the last one on this side. So now what I'm going to do is that tie that I went by. If I can find the other end of it. Okay, I'm going to tie it into there. And like I said, these are 12-inch poofs, guys. 12-inch poofs. So this is going to be a pretty substantial wreath, but the gnome was quite large. And that was my reasoning before that. Okay. So now that we've got that tied in, I'm just going to take my mesh and I'm going to pull it to the closest tie on the inside, right in front of it. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and open all these other ties so it makes an easier transition and faster going around. Okay? I say okay a lot too, guys. I don't know why. So if I'm missing any comments, I'll go back and look at them. I'm taking a zip tie and I'm tying it right in front of that tie on the inside there. I'm just going to pull it tight. And I'm going to clip it off. And then we won't put anything in that one till we come back around. So about the 30, do 12 inches. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. I've got an Easter. I think I've only got 2 of the Easter kits left in my shop. And 4 of the spring kits. And I'm going to be releasing 3. They're just 3 individual in their gnome kits. And the gnome kits will have a 21-inch mesh in them. Like what we're doing here. 2 of them the gnomes have bunny ears on them. And I'm coming up with a little sign, a little 6x6 sign to go with it. And you'll get 21-inch mesh along with a roll of 10-inch. Hi, Lynn. Plus ribbons. I'm getting my Easter stuff out. So I'm looking to see if there's some embellishments I can put in there with it. But it'll be a plush gnome and a sign, ribbons, frame, all that good stuff. Excuse me. And I will put a notice out on both YouTube and Facebook when I have them listed in the shop with a link. So whoever might be interested. Hey, Mary. This is looking full. There we go. This mesh is gorgeous. I've got it in blue. And I use this a lot during 4th of July because of the sparkle that it's got to it. And I use it a lot during Christmas. Thank you. Which market, Brenda? There's several of them going on right now. Okay, this is the last poof, and I'm going to put it right in that tie. Excuse me, guys. That's that horrible stuff that's still left. And now I'm going to bring the tie up and tie it down. I'm sorry. I missed that. Hi, Bonita. I've got the poofs at 12 inches, and this is a 15-inch, the one in Dallas. No, I would have to say no. This is a 15-inch elevated wreath form with 12-inch poofs. This has what I did is I went and I stuck it back in between the two rings on this. And I'm going to take another zip tie and tie it down to them really well. Get my needle nose. Cut it off. Then I'm just going to trim it up some more. There we go. Hi, Treva. Hey, Miss Connie Miss Connie Wrigley. Hi, Elga. Hi, Peggy. Okay, guys. So that's what we've got. Let me pull this one out. I think it's lovely. I'm so used to turning this different camera, guys. I know y'all can see it better. Okay. Let's put this in over here and out of our way. I won't put it in the view of the hot glue gun. Okay, so now I've got some 10-inch, and this is the Snowdrift, I believe. No, it's called Cotton Drift Mesh. And it's got a little metallic, and I'm using blue. I know, here's the gnome that we're using, guys, if you weren't able to see it. Here's the gnome, okay? And it's pink. So I want to be able to still see this pink. And so we're going to do some other things, but I wanted a little bit of different color in it because this is Easter after all. I cut these people. I sure haven't, Patty. So I'm just going to fold this under, and then I'm just going to ruffle it and keep it folded under. And then I'm just going to put a piece in each one of them. Doesn't matter how you put it in. No Easter gnome? No, I haven't seen any, guys. I haven't seen even a lot of Easter ribbon. I've seen some Easter colors, but not a lot of Easter ribbon. Some of the shops say coming soon. Okay. So just folding it under. Get to the end. I just take those ends and curl it right back under, guys. Just spreading it out. Want it to be on. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. We've still got ribbons to go in these. So used to curling it on the ends. Thank you. It is, isn't it? And this is going just to be a beautiful combination. And this is what's going to make that gnome stick out. And that blush pink, that color of that gnome, I've had it. Gosh, I guess I've had it since. No, just since last year. And I basically bought that gnome at Christmas time, guys. It wasn't even an Easter gnome. It would have made a beautiful Easter, Valentine's, due to the blush pink. And I've got some embellishments I'm going to put on it. And then I think later on I'll add a little 6x6 sign to this one too. I just haven't had a chance to design any and print them and press them. How is your hand? What happened to your hand? I never did hear what actually happened to it, Kathy. I can't imagine. And more than likely, it was probably your dominant one. That's usually, when you ever have something happen, it seems like you injure something that's dominant. This is going to be big and pretty. Don't know yet? Oh gosh, girl, I'm sorry. I'll keep you in my prayers. We've nearly made it all the way around the outside. How's everybody on YouTube doing? Never thought I'd be able to multi-stream. Jump in there and tell me hi, guys. My name is Carol, Desert Wreath Creations. I live in Southwest Texas in a little border town. And it was in the high 70s here today. After being in the 30s and 40s. Gotta love Texas weather, or our Texas weather. Got that crooked down there. Okay, this is the last ruffle going in around the outside. Okay, so now let's start putting some of this beautiful turquoise. Turquoise, I love turquoise. Turquoise and pink. Pink is my signature color. Like the steel magnolias. Thank you. Hi, Carol Whitman. From Florida. Awesome. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And hope I'm not, even if this is wide angle, I can make it a little wider. I just wanted for y'all to be able to see my hands and things. I hope y'all can. Turquoise is your fave too? Awesome. I love turquoise, but pink has to be my favorite of all. But this color right here of turquoise, wow, I like it. I would say something like, wouldn't a bikini that color look good? And I guarantee you it wouldn't on me. I got this snowdrift or cotton drift, whatever you want to call it, last year, guys. So I'm going to say it either came from the Wreath shop or Craft Outlet. And I'm probably going to lean more towards the Wreath shop on this mesh. Yeah. Oh, you're sure welcome, Carol. Whatever that guy's saying, I have no idea. Turquoise is your favorite too, Brenda. Ooh, ooh. Karen, I haven't been in a bikini since, well, a long time. Put it that way. This white mesh, this laser mesh, came from Paper Mart, guys. I've had it for quite a while. Came from Paper Mart. Their shipping is really expensive, but if you wait till they have like free shipping, it's a lot better. At 18. Excuse me. Yeah. Well, I've been in one since, but when I was in my early 50s. But I don't think it would considered a bikini. Maybe a tank bikini. Is that what they're called? But add a couple of years to that, or more than a couple, and now it's called swim shorts and a t-shirt. Thanks, guys, for jumping on this afternoon. I really appreciate it. I'd love to do this with people to craft and make wreaths. I'm going to start doing more and more lives. When I feel like it, I'm just going to get on here and have someone to talk to. Really nice. Okay, this is the last piece of mesh. If I can find the other end of my tie. There we go. Isn't that a monster, guys? Monster wreath. Okay. Getting used to that. And he's gonna look adorable. Adorable on it. Or she. This should be a she. Okay. Ribbon time, guys. Ribbon time. This is sort of a Mod Podge of ribbon. So what I've chosen is I've chosen a watercolor floral that's got some darker brown and this pink. And this is sort of a green, nearly a mint green. And then grays in with your wreaths this year. So I'm adding a key ribbon in the gray, 1.5. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in some pink. This pink stripe, but then I felt Easter, it needed a little yellow. And also, this pink and all is going to go great with this ribbon here. And this is Panty Ribbon, guys. Panty Ribbon. Love, love, love. One of my new faves. These are cut to 13 inches. I cut these ribbons to 13 inches because I knew this was going to be a bigger wreath. And I wanted to make sure my ribbons were long enough. Okay. So I'm just going to fold it in half, find my center. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to find me a tie, stick it in, and twist it. And I really don't want to, let me just turn these over. That silver would probably give it a little spark. Okay. And what I'm going to do, let me see if I can get this to where y'all can see it. I'm just going to pull these apart like, oops, got the wrong one, like so, and cross them. Okay. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this yellow and pink. And as we get more of these put in there, it's really going to come together. This is going to help that gnome blend in better, not blend, well, blend in because it's pink. But we want him to not, or her, not to just be so sad and washed out. And that's basically, if I just put her up there, what happened. And I'm just going to cross these also. And move on around. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks. Big un, yes it is, Miss Stevens. Oh, thank you for the stars. Thank you very much, Karen. Hi, Deanne. Good evening. Surprise, surprise. Just curling these little silver ties back. And since I'm crisscrossing these around the outside, I yank on them pretty hard, guys. And I love this panty ribbon. Love it. Still make sure if no no I do wreaths all the time. I not only do I sell in my shop on Etsy, I sell locally also. And so I'm making, you know, all of my Valentines. I think I've got 2 left. And I've never had a really good Valentine's till this year. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Hi, Elga. Oh, yeah. I do something like that, too. Oh, thanks, Grace. Yeah, I'm going to be going live more and more. I go live, I had been going live on Facebook every Monday night and every Saturday night. And then on Wednesdays, I would go live on YouTube. But I'm maybe aiming for every night, guys. I may have to change some times around. But yeah, every night except for Sunday. Now, I will be doing more lives in the bow group. I made a heck of a New Year's resolution to myself for my business. So, you're going to see a lot of changes. And if I can dream it up, we're going to try it. Well, there went my craft stick. Oh well. I don't want to get it. I'll use a glue stick. Both will work. Why is it when you use the same method in cutting your ribbons, but when you cut the 1.5 and cut the 2.5, the 1.5 always comes out larger? Yeah, cool. Yeah. I think it's just, you know, my favorite, which y'all know, my favorite is Christmas because I love all the sparkle and I love all the glitter. But then my second big deal is 4th of July or patriotic. Thank you. Aw. Y'all are such a blessing and such inspiration to me. And that means a lot. And thank you guys so much for the stars. You know, that sure does help, especially with what's coming up for this year. You know, I'm going to be doing a live. Your favorite's Christmas too? I just love Christmas. To me, Christmas, everything goes. And I love country, primitive, anything in that category. Love it. Okay, we're nearly around this outside. It was like walking a mile. You too, Miss Elga. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting, Carol. Yes, ma'am, it has sparkle. A wedding. Oh. Yeah, I like fall. Fall had to grow on me, but I love fall. And fall's another one where, you know, you can test your talents and your colors and stuff, because everything goes there too anymore. Of course, you're going to have your traditionalists, and your non-traditionalists. Okay. This is looking good, guys. Boy, my stomach is telling me feed me. I haven't fed it all day. And it's not because I'm on a diet. I'm telling you guys, I've just been really busy with this, trying to get all of this set up today. But I'm so excited, guys. I can't tell you. I've waited and waited, and I've talked about it. Oh, to be able to use my camera this way and my camcorder, and to have a decent view for you guys. Okay. Let's look at these ribbons on the outside. We'll have an either better view before long. Okay, let's get some of these puppies on the top. There we go. All I'm doing is the same thing. Pinching them, finding us a... Let's see if I can scoot over a little bit and see if I can't get it, because that one was right in the direction of the other one. They'll probably end up meeting. I'm going to take this up here, though, and I'm going to wrap that tie around the back of it. I'm going to pull it. Get up there. I think I got every color of this panty ribbon that they've come out with. And this is the 1.5. And I didn't even know they had a 1.5 in it, guys. I've been so busy with other things. Yes, it is. Yeah, thank you. Let me take this, wrap it around behind it. I like to turn my wreath. It just helps me when I yank on them a certain way. I got hooked right there. There we go. Get on over there. Yeah, once the ribbons get to playing in it, and then when we get the gnome on there, it's really going to make that gnome look a lot better, because being that pale pink, it just sort of washes her out. She's got a gray bottom, which you don't really see the bung, the bottom. You can always go and watch all of my videos on my channel there on Facebook or on YouTube. I upload a version, edited version on YouTube, but it always stays on my deal. You just go to my business page and hit videos, and they're all there. In the same way on Facebook. But now that I'll be streaming both places, yay! because I want to meet more and more people. The difference in meshes. Okay, so the difference in meshes, Joanne, is that you can buy a mesh and it may say, like if you go to buy it, and it may say like $3, $3.50 or $4. But it'll also usually have at some places, they will say value mesh. What that means is, number one, it's not going to have any metallic in it. It's going to be very thin, and it's going to take you twice as much to get any coverage, and it's going to be more difficult to work with. Then you go up a notch, and then you get what's called, it's like a value metallic mesh, meaning it'll say it's a thin stripe metallic. And that means the mesh is still a little thin. It's still the plastic, and it's got the little metallic running through it. It's hard to work with also. And those two meshes there fray a lot. But you can help prevent it. You can never get it to completely stop. You can help prevent it by using a wood burner or a heat sealer on it. Then you would go into your you start going up in price, but then you've got a wide stripe metallic, and usually the mesh is thicker that comes with it. The metallic is thicker, and it's a very good mesh to use. Then besides that, you can go to a mesh that's called a deluxe foil or a deluxe wide foil. It's changed names throughout a lot, and it is more expensive, but it's really, really pretty. And then that's all what you consider deco mesh. And what that means is they got polypropylene in them, which is a big word for plastic. And then the metallic, which is also plastic. Then you go into like your fabric mesh. A fabric mesh is very soft. It still frays. All of these meshes are going to fray. It might fray a little more. You cannot use a wood burner on it or a heat sealer to help it because it's a natural fiber, because it's got cotton fibers in it. Then you have what's called jute mesh, jute poly mesh, which is a combination of meshes, which has got the natural fiber jute, and it's got a percentage of polypropylene plastic in it. Okay. Another one you cannot do with the burning tool, and you cannot any kind of burning tool. You have to use a rotary cutter, and it's still going to fray to a point also. But it's one of my favorites. Then you've got burlap mesh, which is a natural fiber. And I sort of went from the low to the high into the spectrum with those meshes. But you can do the same thing with any of them. And I tell you, if you can work with the lower value meshes and anything like that, because I still use them, just depends on the project that I'm putting them in. I hope that helped. That was a lot to take in. Okay, this is the last set of ribbons. Pulling them apart. Isn't that stinking adorable? See, with all that yellow, and now we've got that pink in it, this gnome is going to stand out more. Going to stand out more. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and get our gnome ready to go on. Okay. So anytime you buy a shelf setter or anything that's a plush gnome, thank you, Shirley. Oh, thanks, Pat. Good, Joanne. It comes with rocks or sand or anything in the booty. Thank you, Joy. So, what I pulled out of the booty on this one when I gave it a colonoscopy is this, and this is heavy, guys. This was heavy. So you want to take these out. One reason is it's going to weight your gnome down and it's just going to slide. And two, shipping purposes, and when you hang it on the wall, it's going to be so heavy it's going to want to tilt unless you put a hanger on it. Okay? So I take it out, and this one left a large cavity where its booty is. So I put rolled up plastic bags in there, and I stitched him back up. Some people super glue him back. I just did a whip stitch on his hiney. Okay. So we're going to put this one in. Like I said, this one's rather big. It's long. Okay. So I want to put one down here. And I want to put one. I don't want to put it. If I put it at the top and pull down, it's going to make the head sink in. So I'm going to put it right here and right here. Okay. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to do it with pipe cleaners. But since this is such a fluffy, no, I can probably do it with one. Yeah. Okay. So what I've got is an awl. Some people use ice picks. I use awl. This can be bought where the sewing stuff is at Walmart, guys. I just pinch his little booty. I poke a hole. Be careful. I poke a hole and I hold it. Then I come through. I can come through either side. I say that. I should have poked it going away from me. There we go. Then I just take a pipe cleaner. Come on. And sometimes I have to help it along. There. And I just pulled it through. Then I pull, get them as even as I can, and I pull this material real tight. And I twist it. I could just 2 times is enough. And it's only got a tiny hole. If you feel more comfortable, you could put a piece of glue right there. Okay, so now I'm going to go right down here in the back of its little noggin. I'm going to do the same thing. And there's also a seam right here. So I'm going under that seam and I just poke it through and there we go. And I'm just going to twist it. Okay. So now I'm going to put the side that I want to put him down. I'm going to look at it with me this way so I can see how even I'm putting it on. Okay. Then I'm going to take a handy dandy weaving needle. This is to sew 2 pieces of knitting or crochet or whatever you do together. This is quite a long one. I use short ones also, and you can get these on Amazon, guys. Okay, I'm going to push this through. I'm putting my hand on the other side to catch it because I want to make sure I've got it close to the frame. There we go. Then you just sort of have to wiggle it because I went through all of that mesh. This is so stinking adorable. So, I don't know if you can see because that's so... Maybe if I raised it up a little. So I've got it right here on this frame. Just making sure it's straddling it. I'm just going to pull on it a little bit. And I'm just going to twist it around that frame. I'm going to flip it back over. Yeah, that's going to look good. And then I'm going to grab his little bouquet. And I'm going to do the same thing. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Rita. Hi, Rita. And I'm just shaking that around so I can get it through. I'm going to flip it back over. And this time, it landed on this one, so I'm just going to make sure it goes under it. I'm going to pull on it a little bit, and I'm going to twist it down. And then when I go to, afterwards, I'll clean up all of those twist ties. And there he is up there. But see now how she stands out? Okay. This little thing, if I think it needs one, I might tie one in here lightly later. Its little noggin, or its little top knot, a little cone head, I'm going to just turn it that way. Okay? Then you come back and just straighten your ribbons. You can pull them all around it. Okay? Let's make a bow. I'm going to scoot this out of my way. Okay. So I'm going to add a few more colors to the bow tonight. So let's start off with, let's go ahead and put this, the pink that we used, let's go ahead and let's put it to the back of the bow. Okay? And I want this bow to have some tails. So I'm going to do a 14-inch set of tails. Okay, I just twisted that, put it down in there, twisted it, and I'm going to bring it forward, guys. Let me pull this down. There, that's better. I pull out a lot of ribbon. I'm going to come over here. This is a big wreath, so I want a 7-inch loop. Okay? I want a 7-inch loop. And I'm going to bring that one down towards me. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to do a 7-inch loop, and I'm going to twist it. Got that in a little bit big, not a problem. And I'm going to take that one and put it up there. The key to when I make a bow is, I like to keep my loops in place, and I like to keep them fluffed. Okay? It leaves less fluffing at the end. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. So what this is called right here is a 2-loop. 2 loops on each side is what that means. I'm going to bring this down forward. So you'll see me quite a bit making sure my loops are fluffed and things like that. I'm going to cut it off. There's the end. And I'll just stick this on this side over here. So now I'm going to go ahead and I want to throw in a little bit of black and white. What this does is going to make our bow pop from behind because I'm putting it from behind. And this is just a 1.5-inch ribbon. Okay? Leave it a little longer. I'm going to twist it. This is a Sam's ribbon from last year, guys. A Sam's ribbon. I'm going to come out here to about the 6.5. And I'm just going to put 1 loop on each side. And press it down in there. And I'm I'm going to keep it fluff. Come here. And pull it down. Me too. You let me know when you start seeing ribbons, because I have to drive 2.5 hours. I'll have to camp out on their front doorstep. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, and you see I'm always holding that center, guys. Okay, so now let's bring in, I'm debating. Yeah, we can bring this one in. Okay, so I'm going to just make this one just a tad shorter. I'm going to bring it in. Bring it down long. Pull me some out. And now I'm going to come over here. And this is just going to be a 6-inch. Back that up a little bit. 6-inch. Twist it. Put it up there at the top, that pink one. You're still going to be able to see it. I'm going to measure right off of this one. Twist it. Then I'm going to pull it up there. Stuck it back down there and pull it out in front of me. Make this a little shorter. And we'll fix that little, it's trying to, it says, I don't want to be in here. You're going to stay in there. And see how I go ahead, make sure everything's in position still. Okay. Now let's bring in that gray. Oops. So used to measuring it off of there. I love this gray. We're just going to put a single one. But we're going to come down to a 5.5. So that we can see our black still. Poke it down in there. It's a little long. That's better. Cut this one off. Pulling my tails out front again, fluffing. And now we're going to use this gorgeous panty ribbon. Bring it down. And I'm going to come down here. And this is probably going to be about 4 inches, guys. 4 inches. Didn't want to twist. Doing 4 loops of it. Just making an X. That's how you want to look at it. I'm going to bring it down, cut it off. Did they have a lot of Christmas stuff? Boy, I cannot buy any more Christmas stuff. Oh, thanks. So now what I'm going to do is, I love to put smaller ribbons in my wreaths, in the bows. A little piece of small ribbon. So I found this, and this is a 7/8 inch ribbon. And I'm going to have this pink to make it come back to the top. Okay? So I'm going to bring this down, and I'm just going to do 2 little loops on each side. In between that yellow, right behind that gray. And this is going to really draw that gnome in. Okay. Then I'd like to turn my bow maker to the side, and I'm going to grab 2 pipe cleaners from here, and I'm going to take 2 of these, and I'm just going to twist the ends together really good. And I'm going to yank them. I'm just going to get it ready, okay? Then I'm going to come up under my bow. Get back over there. And I'm going to hold the peg because I put them down in there real tight. And so I'm going to make sure that I've got all of the ribbons. Now I've got one down here that's stuck in there, so I'm going to pull it up. Okay. Then I'm going to take my middle finger and my pointer finger, and I'm going to straddle these, the pegs underneath the bow. Since this is too thick for my thumb to get a hold of over here, I'm going to hold it down with, push it down, and then I'm just going to pull it off, okay? Then I'm going to put a pipe cleaner on each side where those pegs were. And get it down in there, okay? So now the pipe cleaner's right there between my fingers. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tug. Then I'm going to pull real hard. Pull super hard. I'm going to start a twist, and then I'm going to twist the whole bow while I'm holding the pipe cleaner. Okay. So now let's do our tails. So let's go to the first one we put in, and I'm just yanking them down front. Then we use the black. So we're going to pull it down, if we can get it. Then we put in our little floral ribbon. So pull it forward. Then we put in that gray. Sometimes you have to go back in here and pull it to where it should be. There's our gray. Then we pull in our yellow over and our yellow over. Your loops are already where they should be. All we're doing is a little extra fluffing. Oh, this is gorgeous colors. That one in the center. Put our little yellow ones. And I was afraid of this. So what happened when I twisted, it pulled this one bigger, longer. So using a pipe cleaner, I can go and I can hold it. And I can pull it. And even them out. There we go. Then pull this down. And now we have a little adorable bow that's going to bring that thing in all together. Okay. So now what I like to do, see the reason for all the streams, the ribbon, isn't that stinking adorable? Okay. So I'm going to take my weaving needle again. I tell you guys, these are a blessing. They don't cost much. And I'm going to put my bow up just a little bit higher than its little noggin. I'm going to go all the way down through the mesh again. Thank you. Find my wire on my frame. Pull it through. I grab hold of my loops to help position it. Have to get my pipe cleaner around the wire. Don't pull it too much where your bow sinks in. Thank you. I like my bows more off to the side, but the reason I made these loops so big so it could be everywhere. Okay, so I dovetail all of my ends. I don't make them even. I like them all different lengths. And that's just preference of being a crafter, guys. Ew. That ain't. That's just being ugly. There's our little gray one. Here's a gray one. Our little pink one. I'm just going to cut it at an angle, which I should have cut it at that angle. There we go. There. Make my mind up before long. And I think that is that. I've got a couple of more things. How cute is this egg? How stinking adorable is this little pink egg? Right? I got this last year. And I'm thinking maybe I picked this up at Walmart, guys. I'm thinking Walmart. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take, just where there's no, and I'm going to stick a hole sort of in the middle of it with my awl, because this is actually just styrofoam, okay? I'm going to ever so gently, because the last time I did this, and I'm going to squirt some glue in it. And then I'm going to stick my pipe cleaner down in it. Okay? I'm going to let it sit there for just a minute. I'm also going to put in these little black and white carrots. I thought just a little bit of pop. I didn't want it to blend in. I wanted it to, oh, okay, Janie. I wanted it to just have a little bit of extra. So I've got 2 of these black and white. This is, but to do these, I like to wire all my stuff in if possible. I'm just going to do another one of these. Stick this with the awl. Come right behind it with a pipe cleaner. And twist it in. Same way with this one. Right there where that seam is. I'm going more towards the top. And I got these carrots last year, guys, at Ross department store. Aren't they stinking adorable? Okay. So what I'm going to do, let me see where we need to put Mr. Egg, is I'm thinking, let's just put him to get that little handy dandy weaving needle again. I'm going to come down in here. I think I'll come right under that ribbons right here. Feel around. I think I'm going to put that egg right there. Same color as the gnome. I couldn't have planned that better if I wanted to, guys. It's in there good. And I'm just tying it in, and then I'll tie it around the rest of the better. Tie that one more time. My luck, it would fall off and hurt my egg. No, it's on there good. Then you can pull your ribbons out. And I may even add a different ribbon to this after a while. I'm not really loving that ribbon. Okay? So let's do an egg, carrot. An egg. I'm going to take my handy dandy weaving needle. When I put embellishments on a wreath, I like to hide one. I call it a peekaboo. So I'm going to put this one, I think, a little bit higher up and right under my bow, sort of. There we go. I'm going to tie it to the frame. I want it to sort of lay on the top, just like our Gnome did. And wrap it around your frame. Okay? And then you can when it's moved like that, you can sort of still move it around and angle it any way you want to. So what a cutie. And now, let's put one up here at the top. Doesn't take much embellishments, just a few. There we go. And tie this one in. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Okay. So, I'm going to make us bigger. I'm going to back up so I can maybe hold this little sucker. He's a biggie. Yeah, and that ribbon on the egg has got to go, guys. I'll put something cuter up there. And then that, whoops, that lovely bow. I may scoot it over closer to the gnome. But that's all I would do. I think it turned out gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Just like that, guys. Don't y'all think so? Thank you. Thank you. Now that looks true Easter, does it not? Looks just like Easter. Thank you. Thank you, Carol, Deal, Jesse. for jumping on YouTube. Means a lot. Thanks everyone. Janie, Susan, Karen, Grace. No, I don't ever cover the back of mine unless I've got a lot of mechanics showing. Then I'll cover it up. This one's going to be nice and neat by the time I've got it trimmed down. Yeah. So I just don't like to cover them unless I have to. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks, Elga. So, I will be live on Facebook Saturday. We'll have bow tutorial. I'll post the time, guys. If you're in the group, go over there and make sure you're getting messages for when I go live over there. But it'll be sometime Thursday. And then, if not, the replay is there to always watch. And then I'll see y'all Saturday night, unless I decide to jump on again. And I'll jump on at both places. I'll do YouTube and Facebook. Now that I hope I got this figured out, guys. I want to thank y'all, and y'all have a gorgeous afternoon. Okay? Bye-bye.